to them. The all-seeing guys. The all-seeing guys. With Greg and Joe. The all-seeing guys. The all-seeing guys.
Hello, welcome to episode 234 of the All-Seeing Guys podcast with Quick and Joe. I, of course, am Greg, and I'm joined as always over the Skype waves by...
Jello.
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm Jello Jackson.
Jello? Jeez, where'd that come from?
Because you said
That's a new one.
Galeg.
Oh, did I? Damn it. Of all the things to get wrong, my own name.
I know. Was the
Jesus.
didn't have that on
Hello,
my
I'm
account.
Gleg. Oh, that's embarrassing. I've said my name wrong, but I'll have to run with it now.
Didn't have odds on that one.
No, that one's gone completely other way. I didn't even know. I wouldn't have even taken that bet.
That's all right. I always feel the need to, for some reason, if you do say something at the beginning that is wrong, I'd sometimes just join in with it. So I
Why
don't know
not?
why.
Just go
I
along.
don't know why. It's not to make you feel bad.
Like
Greg.
Luigi board. Just goes.
Love the
It's
Luigi
okay.
board. One of literally the greatest wrong things ever said.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Hilarious.
Luigi board. Oh.
How we doing? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm solid. I'm good.
Solid.
Yeah,
He's a solid
I'm,
man.
I'm good. Just finished work. Got tomorrow off.
Nice.
I've got a
Oh.
doctor's appointment in a couple of weeks because I turned 40 and it's my 40-year-old checkup.
Your MOT.
Yeah, I've got my MOT in a couple of weeks, so that's interesting. Guy at work freaked me out and he was just like, "Oh, you're going to get prodded up the arse," and I'm just like, "Okay."
Okay.
It's just like, is that?
In the name of medicine and health, it's okay.
Yeah, or not.
You know, my mate Greg has it done quite often with the camera.
That's all right.
We talked about it often on the podcast
Not a
every
problem.
time.
I'm curious. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Trust me, there's nothing sexual about it.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Trust me, I'll make it sexual. Don't you worry.
Can we not light a candle at least?
I will. I will moan if a digit goes anywhere near my anus, just for the fun of it.
I've got several digits going in actually this time, Jackson.
But I've got So that's happening in a couple of weeks. I'm sure
That'd be good. I'll look forward to that update.
Yeah, that could be an interesting one. That's probably going to be the most entertaining thing that's happened to me in quite some time.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun. What experience.
Yeah,
You'll be in and out in a couple of minutes.
Hopefully their finger will as well.
Yeah, in a couple of minutes, bloody hell. It's got a long time to be parked. It's got a long time to be parked.
Yeah, that's it. I'll make sure.
I'm just going to leave it here for a couple of minutes. Hope you don't mind.
You know, I'll spruce up the entrance beforehand. Don't worry. It's
Put down a welcome mat.
yeah, put a reef up like it's Christmas.
Oh, no, me arsehole doorbell's going off. Let me check the phone. Hello, I see you.
My
I see you,
ring
doctor.
bell.
I see you, doctor. Yeah, just leave it on the step.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, man, that's what's happening to me basically.
Oh,
yeah.
excellent.
Wonderful. How about yourself? You good?
Yeah, I'm very tired.
Are you?
I don't usually moan about being tired,
No,
but
I
I
was
am
going to
generally
say
tired.
I never hear you say that. I don't think I've
No, I'm generally tired. Just tired in general, and the last
sick and tired. I'm
yeah,
sick
sick
and
and tired in
bro.
general. To be honest with you, fed up, sick in general, and tired.
I'm sick
But,
and tired of being sick and tired.
But it was just like it was work and it was Friday night. I think I went to Ed's. I think I did go see Ed Thursday evening. I stuck around at Ed's Thursday evening for a bit, and then Friday it was like after work we went to Kingston for my parents' wedding anniversary. We went with Wetherspoons, had a few beers there. I bumped into Chris and Randy's dad.
Of course,
Earthtide
yes, he was
they
going
were,
to
they
the
were in the
Earthtide
chicken shop because Earthtide were playing. So I did run in there a bit drunk and chat to them, but I don't really know what I said.
Nah.
But I did. I think I touched them a lot. I don't know. And then I ran back out. We went to Zzz's. But we were quite late back because we didn't really leave the pub till like 9. And we're quite late back after that. And Indiana was with me, so she was really tired. But then she was still up at like 5:30 the next morning, getting me up.
Right, that's it. Kids
then,
are on their schedules.
And then that day, it was just like she had a party to go to at a soft play So I was kind of just sat there for a couple of hours.
You nod
slowly
out,
going,
nodded
slowly
off.
going insane. Oh, no nodding. You can't nod off over there, mate. It's too bloody loud. Kids everywhere. And then it was like a big food shop. It's very boring for the podcast. And then that evening, I went to Ed's to watch the England game.
Yep.
And then up at 5:30, which was last night, and then up this morning at 5:30 for work. And then finishing work, coming home and doing this. I'm feeling it.
Tired,
actually.
mate. Doing stuff.
I didn't actually feel it until I stupidly sat down when I just came in, set up all the podcast stuff. I was really good. Got put all my washing away. Got my uniform ready for the morning, so I'm up early for work tomorrow. Early again. Made my lunch for tomorrow. Did all that, and then sat down, and then was like, "Oh, I'm really tired."
Yeah. It's when you stop is when it hits.
But
I'm always like, if I've got to do like a 6:30 or a 6 a.m. start the next day, I'm always like, right, make your lunch now because you will not want to do it.
Oh, I'm
like
a bit OCD
2
with
hours
it.
time.
I'm a bit OCD with it, mate, with making my lunch in advance.
Nice.
If I'm on a late shift and an early, I will have my lunch in the fridge to take with me on that day. But I will also make my lunch for the next day, like early, because I know that I'm going to be back from work late and up early.
Yeah.
Even though it literally takes me seconds to make my lunch, I'm still just like, I'll do it now.
I'm quite meticulous in my sandwich making though. I'm just like, all right, well that piece of cheese has got to be like, I make it all neat, and there's not necessary in the slightest. It's only for my own benefit. I think that's because I watched the entire season 3 of The Bear, and I think that's the influence of it. I am close to getting tweezers, in all honesty, and just applying like slices of salami with tweezers, like a cunt.
It'll be like that. It'll be like that meme of makes a sandwich with tweezers, and it has how I feel in the kitchen. It cuts to a picture of the guy from The Bear. Like, I've only watched the first episode so far.
Have you?
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Smashed through it. I felt like it was.
I started quite late. I started watching the episode. I think it was the night actually we got back from Ed and Sarah's. I watched it, so I was obviously a bit wasted, and it was late. But I watched the first episode. I haven't got to it yet.
It was good. I did enjoy it. I just found it a bit. I was a bit like, oh, this is a bit like anti-climax, like sort of ending. But it does say to be continued, so I'm assuming there's going to be, if not like a second half of season 3, a season 4. But
I imagine if they do go season 4, potentially could be the last season. I could be wrong, but it feels like 4 would be
everyone.
They're all getting pretty big. That guy's, he's about to bloody be in Fantastic Four. That's the thing.
I did see.
They're all getting big roles now.
Both. So Joseph Quinn is going to be. Was it Johnny
Human Torch?
Johnny Flameboy or whatever he's fucking called.
Yeah. Johnny Storm.
So they asked him what he's been doing to prepare for the role, and he was just been like, "I've just been looking at fire." And they did the same guy who was playing the Thing, and he's like, "I've just been staring at rocks." So it's just like, cool, awesome, all right. It's a good. I like that element of humor.
It's good. It's an easy answer.
Yeah, but season 3 is fantastic of The Bear. I really did enjoy it.
I'm looking for. I might start cracking on with that tonight.
What did you think of the first episode? Because it is kind of like,
I liked it.
It's a bit of a strange one, like because there's no
not a lot of dialogue. No, and it cuts to a lot of snippets of like memories he's having, but like almost out of sync a lot. And sometimes you have to really pay attention when it switches. And I like that they had all the characters that popped up in the previous season from his past. Popping up for like a couple of scenes, maybe not even lines. Like they're just there.
Just just appearing.
In fact, that guy, the boyfriend of the sister, was the comedian John something. He voiced the Spider Pig in
Spider-Verse. I know.
John Maloney? No, not John Maloney.
John Mulaney.
So even he has a scene where he literally walks into a room, looks at him asleep on the sofa, puts a blanket over him, and leaves. That's it. Did they get him in just to film that scene? Or did they know in advance to film it when they had him to do the Christmas episode? Like, it's so
couldn't get Sarah Paulson for a cameo though, could they?
It just seemed like it's like wow, it's weird they've got them all back. Like, Will Poulter's there.
Yeah,
it's like, again, I don't think he even has any lines. Like,
Olivia Colman, she's
she gets a lot of lines.
She does.
They used her. She got a few lines.
Without spoiling anything, they do appear later on as well. Like there's they do come back.
That's ruined everything. You spoiled.
I apologise, man. What can I say?
But it was good. I enjoyed the first episode, and it was quiet, and I was pretty mashed. It was soothing.
Yeah,
it was quite it was almost the perfect episode for the frame of mind I was in at that point when I watched it. That was my elbow, everyone. It was all for the frame of mind I was in at that moment when I was watching it. It was almost the perfect episode to watch of any television at that point. It was good. Filled the void of loneliness.
It was it's a really good first episode. There was there's definitely some better episodes that I did enjoy as well.
Excellent.
There's a whole sort of there's one just dedicated to Tina.
Nice,
which is fucking great. Which was actually directed by the girl who plays Sydney in it as well.
Oh, there you go. Go.
But yeah, that's possibly one of my favourite of the season. It's really, really good. And yeah, just fucking awesome. Yeah. Just really.
I'll crack on with it.
It's as I said, it's like the first time I've really given a shit about all the characters in a show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just so well done, and they're all just sort of really. It's sort of a really good ensemble of castmates. But yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, no, I haven't really. Actually, I've not actually been watching anything. I don't really at the moment. I'm just not really watching stuff. I'm watching shit on YouTube. But when I say shit on YouTube, I'm not watching
someone take a
videos. Shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm watching documentaries and shit, or videos on something. I always at some point in the night, I'm like, Greg, you've been watching crap about movies all night, or this and that, or where Godzilla's power comes from. I was like, it's time to fucking educate yourself, and I will just randomly go watch a random history channel or something. How do my ears detect sound waves? Let's learn about that. Like randomly, would just watch something like that in the evening, to, fry my brain a bit before I get ready for bed.
There's some good well-made stuff on YouTube, man.
I have been watching, actually. I did watch Series 2 on Netflix. It was a shit show I used to watch at night to fall asleep, but Season 2 seems to have kicked it up a notch. The Worst Roommates series they have on there.
We just started watching that. We watched the first season. So fucking good.
Oh, right, so you haven't watched any Season 2 yet? Haven't watched
Season 2 yet.
No. So the first episode of Season 2, I won't give too much away then, but the first episode of Season 2 is so insane, and it involves somebody ordering something off the dark web, which technically, well, not even technically, is classed by the FBI as a weapon of mass destruction. And they even paid extra to get it delivered the next day. Funny thing is, I'd been talking about the dark web that day at work when I came home and watched the episode. I was really surprised it involved the dark web.
Yeah.
Because I remember someone I used to work with used to get their weed off the dark web. And they showed me a picture of the website. It was just like Amazon.
Yeah.
It was insane. But she's like, it's got guns on it and all this stuff on it.
You
just get it delivered. And it's insane. And especially seeing on this show how easy it was for this person to go onto the dark web and literally order something as weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
She didn't order like a fucking atomic bomb or anything, or a nuke. She didn't order an explosive.
But she ordered something dangerous. If you're watching stuff on YouTube, and in fact the dark web does amuse you, I absolutely, if you can find it, there's a documentary about Silk Road, which was set up on the dark web.
Yeah, for sure.
The whole fucking story of it and and everything that happens, it's so fucking mental, but well worth a fucking watch. I do recommend watching that.
I am always interested in Silk Road. We talk about that quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
Silk Road. Yeah, quite interested in that. Whenever I hear that Silk Road, I actually always picture like a slug trail, which is weird.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I don't know why, that's what I picture. Anyway,
I get it.
Before we move on, we should probably talk about, and not in huge depth, we should probably mention the fact that fucking the Euros is going on.
Yes.
Have you caught many or all of England games?
I have watched one.
They're boring, man.
Yeah, they are. They have been, from what I've seen.
It is boring football, and it's the way they're. I'm no expert, but I've been so desperate for someone to
do something,
take a fucking chance and smack the ball from outside the area. Take a fucking I know football is you want to play strategically and win the game. It's not about looking exciting for the spectators. Mm-hmm. I understand that, but but it's so they're just I don't know. It's just so hard to watch.
Yeah,
in yesterday's game against Switzerland. When it was it Saka when he just booted the ball from outside the area and scored a goal? I was just like, thank fuck. See what happens?
Yeah. When you take a fucking chance.
Although, to be fair, no one was expecting him to do it because England haven't been doing that the whole time.
No.
We've been playing very strategically and like pass. So they probably actually weren't. That probably worked because they were like, well, they haven't done this the whole time, so they're just going to keep passing until they get closer. Oh no, wait, he just fucking shot.
Yeah,
Good.
I had fond memories of the Euros because of the previous one before this, which was 4 years ago. Was we were just out of lockdown. Or just getting out of lockdown.
Yeah.
And we'd watched the majority of the games at your fucking place. Had the
barbecue.
We watched the final at yours.
That was awesome, man. Apart from that pissed with rain, but that was good. Then we put the TV in the kitchen, didn't we?
Yeah.
With the gazebo up outside because it was fucking
awesome.
pissing it
was
down.
Superb.
But we still had a really good day.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was so much fun. And so I've got fond memories. But at the same time, they haven't changed their tactics since then. I've seen 3 international tournaments where they've all been doing the exact same thing, which is like passing it round in the like the defensive side and like midfield, and nothing's fucking happening. And it's just like do something, man. Like
it's like, and also just like it's. I mean, it's more fun watching it with Ed than watching it. I don't care watching it on my own. I feel not like when even when it went to penalties. Like in last night's against Switzerland, I was supportive. Like, come on, England. But I also literally, I didn't feel nervous. I remember when it would go to penalties, being like the most terrifying thing in the world. Yeah. But I was so just didn't really. I didn't really give a shit. But I was
apathetic.
just like,
there was just no apathy. It was just basically it was just like, this is happening.
Yeah. But it's funny because at some points Ed was like screaming and falling on the floor and he was like, he's saying to Sarah Reyes, "Oh my God, Sarah, I almost died when he hit the ball and when they scored." And then I'll be later on, I'll just be like, Ed jumped, something happened, and Ed went, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Fucking hell, Ed!" Like, nothing. He's like, "Oh my God, I thought that was in." And I was like, "You fucking scared the shit out of me."
I enjoyed watching the game with you two the other night when it was. Who were we even playing?
That was a good night. I actually got pretty wasted that night.
Yeah, it was fucking hell. It was England
that was
versus...
that was the 96-minute score, right? We went into extra time.
They went into they scored.
That was the end of that game was exciting.
Yeah. But the thing was, I'd gone to the toilet. Thinking, this is done. We're over. We're out.
It was 1-0. We're near the end.
Yeah. What was it? Who were we fucking playing?
I can't fucking.
We just
remember.
played Switzerland. It was.
We did.
Romania. No.
No. It was not
Slovakia.
Oh,
it was Slovakia.
Yes, that's it. Fuck. Sorry.
And they were 1-0 up with in the bits of extra time. I was just like, right, I got to go because I'm not being out in the streets with a load of angry England supporters. I've seen that before. It's fucking horrible. And then I just heard Ed just go, "Wah!"
Yeah,
and I was like, no fucking way have they scored. And then it was just like, they scored. It's like, you won't believe it, fucking bicycle kick as well. And I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's funny. You kept going on about that.
And then we all went outside for a smoke, and extra time had kicked in, and I walked in literally as Harry Kane scored the second, and I was like, no fucking way. And then it was like 15 minutes of bullshit, boring fucking game.
Yeah.
It has, their tactics are pretty dull, but unfortunately it's getting the job done.
Yeah, it's getting there somehow. It was funny because something happened and I didn't really react. And Ed was like, "Oh, God." And I was like, "Ed, it's so much easier. It's so much easier if you just don't really care like me, just enjoy the game." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not saying I'm like, desperate and crazy about it." And I was like, "You just told us you almost died on the floor."
I love because Ed only cares about international tournaments when it comes to football.
And I'm kind of the same.
Hates, doesn't give a shit about Premier League or any sort of other sports. Just enjoys the tournament. And
my God, what was that? Fucking hell. Did you hear that?
I did. What was that?
I don't know. Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my God.
Greg has had some sort of technical difficulty.
The Stars Not Birds album cover.
Oh, and the other
it just fell off the wall.
Interesting.
Yeah, it just fell off the wall.
How weird.
Yeah, very bizarre.
Wow.
It just fell. Wow, that's never happened. It just fell off the wall. That's gonna freak me out.
Well, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm okay. God, if the dice rollers one falls during this podcast, I'm going to shit myself. Fucking ghosts in the fucking house.
What do you what do you think about the semi-final? Do you reckon we'll get past? Because I don't think I watched the Netherlands go against Romania, and it's not looking good.
I don't know. But the thing is, you just never fucking know. It's football. It's a funny old game.
It is a
funny old game. You just never really know. You never know. You just never know. But I don't really care enough. But you never know.
Me and my boss were watching the Germany-Spain game at work because we were so dead.
Right,
and that was good fun. Like it was just fun watching it, and that was like I wouldn't say it was overly exciting, but I mean it went into extra time and blah 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 blah.
Just as I walked into the Wetherspoons to meet my parents on Friday, Germany scored. And Indiana fucking shit herself because everyone was like, "Wah!" as soon as he walked in.
To be fair, I remember that when again we were at yours. It was when we were playing Italy in the final, and we scored first, and we went fucking ballistic, and then realised there was a small child present, and she was quite scared of our reaction.
What is going on?
Yeah. But,
so there's football done. Yeah. Tick.
Football
actually, done. Wait a minute. He had a bit more football.
No, nothing about football. But I'm quite. I thought you were going into Geezedropping before you.
No, I wasn't. No.
I just wanted to say this. So I saw my niece and nephew last weekend.
Yes.
Hadn't seen them in a little while. Nephew has just done his GCSE, so congratulations to him. Gets the results next month.
Fingers crossed.
But he also had his prom.
Yes. Now, everyone had their proms. Well, not everyone, but there was a lot of promage going on.
A fair bit of promage. He had some sort of photos from the event, and
can you do us going to the prom for the artwork?
God, absolutely. So he's just like, people like, people wore this, blah blah blah. The only reason I'm bringing this up is for two reasons, which I found fucking ridiculous. Kids were like turning up in like rented cars, like Porsches and like Lamborghinis. I thought that was just an America thing. I didn't.
No, they do. They do it about the school my mum works at.
That's fucking crazy.
They come in limos and stuff. Had a red carpet.
Ridiculous. A limo I can understand. Like share it with your mates.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've never. Yeah, it happens in England. Yeah, it's mad.
But I also wanted to raise because he said that there were awards on the evening, and I only bring this up because Lawrence had, which is his friend, previously said that he listened to the podcast. So if he's still listening, he's going to fucking hear this. Lawrence won Best Dressed.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, banging, fucking well done. What did he wear? He was like, and Eddie goes, he wore a suit, and then he had a poncho and a cowboy hat on over it. And I was like, yes, lad.
He won the fucking shit out of that.
I wish he had a photo of it because I wanted to see that outfit so much. But yeah,
won the shit out of it.
Fucking brilliant. A poncho with a cowboy hat and a suit.
Fuck yes.
Banging. That's a great fucking look.
Fuck yes. Well done, Lawrence. I like that a lot.
That's great.
But yeah, I've known about the whole, people at work, obviously, who have kids who are, their problems coming up, and the way they talk about it, such a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, months in advance, getting dresses made and stressing about it, booking it off work, and getting the big balloon like arches to like
horrible
go in for the pictures at home and stuff. Like it's a big thing.
Did you have a prom?
Nothing like that. Never had a prom. No. I went to an all boys school anyway. But
that did go through my mind when I was going to ask you it because I was just like, I can ask Greg about this. This would be an interesting thing to discuss.
But I did have when I finished sixth form, there was when I came to the end of sixth form, there was a like sixth form leaving party.
Yeah,
and that was on a boat. Like I went from like Kingston to Richmond for the evening.
Yeah.
And that was like in a suit and stuff. Mm-hmm. Everyone dressed up, but not like no one was arriving in fucking limos and shit. Nah. Like you just showed up at this fucking boat. Some people, not everyone was not many people were dressed up, but I was in a suit. I took my girlfriend at the time, Suzanne, with me. I remember, and I remember the teachers. All having teachers were like having hip flasks.
Nice,
and, like getting on it as well, which is pretty funny to see.
Very good.
But yeah. So I had that one.
We had like a problem because it was a mixed school. And I remember I had a Bart Simpson tie on.
Of course you did.
That's how serious I took.
I'd be pissed off if you didn't.
There you go. It was a good tie. I liked it. It got the attention of one girl. That's all right for me.
Yeah. But did you win Best Dressed?
No, I won nothing. I won the Who the Fuck Is This Guy award.
Yeah.
Because I was obsolete.
Nice tie.
I went through school achieving no sort of status.
Yes,
it was
no,
absolutely fine. It was. I mean, it was in the school hall, standard sort of shit. There was like a ceremony beforehand where it was people reading stuff out. I had to read something out, and I was not told that I had to do this. Again, my friends. I call them friends. The people I hung out with at school enjoyed signing me up for things and not telling me about it.
Oh, fucking hell. Didn't know you could do that.
So they told, again, they was like, we're doing some reading. And they was like, Joe will do it. And I was just, they signed me up twice to do the 1,500 meters, in school. Which is, to those who don't know, is 3 laps around a running circle. I've said it before, I will not be, even if a fucking lion is chasing me, I won't run. I hate fucking running with a passion.
I will not run.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. If you're going to chase me, just walk, please. It's just, I fucking hate it. So doing 3 laps around a running course really, really pissed me off. But to do it twice, it was annoying as well. The thing as well I didn't like, because I was just like, do I eat beforehand and potentially throw up during it, or do I not eat and get an almighty stitch? So I did eat, and luckily I didn't throw up, but I did not enjoy the experience at all. But yeah, they also signed me up at prom to do some speaking to an entire... I don't remember, in all honesty. I remember not enjoying it because it was talking and reading something out loud in front of a lot of people who barely knew me. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah,
prom. Yeah, no, I've never had to do any of that shit. But yeah, this one, these ones, it looks like they've gone up a notch since our day.
Yeah, I blame America, in all honesty.
It's a big thing. It is very Americanised, but I remember my mum telling me years ago, she's like, our school, they show up in limos and stuff, and I was like, what? And they're kids, they're young, they're way younger.
I remember I think someone did turn up in a rented Audi car. And I think they were the only person to do that, because everyone else was very much within walking distance of the school. I was like, I'm not fucking hiring you. I live down the road, I walk there. But yeah, and then also one lad came in a kilt.
Classic. Yeah.
Regretted that, because that got lifted up to the highest of heavens, and to show his little blue pants that he was wearing.
It's not very authentic, is it?
The same kid who got thrown in a bin, in a wheelie bin at school. I don't know how he's. Yeah, I hope he's doing all right wherever you are. I'm not going to mention his name. Who wants to be known as the man who got thrown in a bin and had a kilt lifted?
No, he doesn't want to be that guy.
No.
And I never mentioned the boy who I've told the story about, who threw his pants when he shit himself at camp, and it landed on my tent. And I found it, and I found it next morning, and it had his fucking name in it.
Ah,
poor guy. I did feel for him.
Yeah, man.
I didn't out him.
Shit in your pants is one of the worst things. I'm glad I've never shit my pants whilst not being at home. It's just
unfortunate that he tried to hide the evidence by just launching it out the front of the tent, and it landed on top of my tent. Woke me up because of the weight of the fucking thing.
Woke me up because of the weight.
slid down the side of the tent, and I went out next morning, and there it was with his fucking name in his pants. I was like, mate, you should have thrown it down all the other tents. You should have thrown it in the woods.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
You should have fucking launched that somewhere.
If you ever,
you should have also ripped your name out of the pants.
Yes, please do. Before we go into Geezedropping, I did want to bring up this really made me laugh. This was a great made-up name alert I'm bringing to the podcast
superb.
here.
I had one. I had a name at work. I'm gonna have to send you it, because this is an existing person. It's not a made-up name.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to just say it out loud, but it was no, fuck it. I had someone come in, and their name was Hugh Bigley, and I was just brilliant. Love it, because it could be huge.
Brilliant.
It could be huge, Bigley.
Huge. Yeah, that's good. I like that a lot.
So I like it.
So I've been watching randomly the other night. I watched loads. I should have just watched the entire podcast episode, but instead I watched random clips out of order of it. Conan O'Brien does that podcast now. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, isn't it I Need a Friend or something?
Yeah, like that. It's a couple of months old, the episode, maybe a bit longer. It's probably from the end of last year, actually. But yeah, he had Harrison Ford on.
Oh God, that's a touch.
And it's fucking hilarious. It's so fucking funny.
Harrison Ford is funny,
not funny.
Yeah, no, Harrison Ford is fucking funny.
Harrison Ford's fucking hilarious without ever cracking a smile.
No.
He does occasionally.
He's known for not liking to be interviewed.
But yeah, but these two, they are friends. They do know each other, so he's probably a bit more relaxed. But he is He's so fucking funny. His timing,
got a
his
really
delivery,
dry wit, hasn't he?
But even though his timing, he's still fucking quick. Yeah. Like he'll let Cohen Bryan laugh at his own joke for a second, and then he's in.
Yeah.
Just brings it down like straight away. Like really fun. I honestly laughed out loud at every fucking clip.
He did not do enough comedy movies. Do you ever see what was it?
Honestly, I applaud you, mate. Go listen to this episode. It's like an hour. Listen to it. Watch it on YouTube one day when you're having watch it in sections while you're taking a shit. It's fucking funny. It's really good. Anyway, carry on. What comedy films?
Because he was in Hollywood Homicide with Josh Hartnett.
Yes, he was.
And he's fucking great in that. He should have done more like a full-on comedy.
I guess 6 Days, 7 Nights was like an action romantic comedy. He's done that series on Apple TV. I can't remember what it's called. The guy from that fucking what's his name? Roy from oh my god, Greg! Learn to fucking speak, Armstrong. Fucking hell, you're doing a podcast.
Lasso?
And you can't
speak. What you're saying?
From Ted Lasso, Roy Kent.
Yeah,
Brett
Goldstein.
He wrote the script for that series, Shrinking, about shrinks. About psychiatrists for Apple TV, and he took it to Harrison Ford, who invited him around for dinner. And basically, he sent Harrison Ford the script, but there's no way he's going to go for this. It's a TV series for a start, and it's funny.
Yeah.
And Harrison Ford got the script, invited him around for dinner, basically sat him down and was like, "It's the best script I've ever read." I'm in. And that was it.
He Bruce Willis'd it.
So he's in it. Yeah, he Bruce Willis'd it. But the point of me bringing up for the fake name, the hilarious name was... Harrison Ford told this great story about when he was younger. He went to his agent and stuff, and the agent was like, right, 2 things. First of all, you need to change your name. Harrison Ford, it sounds too pretentious for someone of your age. It sounds like a much older name. It's too pretentious. You need to change it. And you also need to get a haircut. Come back here tomorrow when you've done both those things.
That's fucking bullshit.
And got a haircut. And he's like, so he says he went away. He said he didn't get the haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
Why
that.
would you?
He's like, nah.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I like my hair. I'm not getting a haircut. And then he went to the office and the agent was like, have you got a name? And he said, yes, I'm going to be Kurt Affair. And I thought Kurt Affair was a fucking awesome name.
That's great. Kurt Affair.
And it looks good written down.
Yeah,
it looks really good written down.
Yeah.
Kurt with a K.
Affair.
Kurt Affair.
Yeah, I'm into that. That's good.
Good fucking name.
That's superb. Well done. Well done,
yeah,
Harrison.
obviously that didn't stick and you stayed at Harrison Ford.
Yeah. To be fair, if you came to me as I'm going to change my name to Kurt Affair, we're like, stick with Harrison. Harrison's fine.
If I came to you and said that, I think you'd be like, fuck yeah, dude.
If you came to me and said that, I'd be like, okay, whatever, man.
Yeah, why not?
I feel like you've got like 100 different names that you could choose.
I feel like you're handling your recent changes to life really well, Greg. Oh, sorry, Kurt.
Sure, are we going to the D-Pole office now, or how's this working out?
It's already in the works.
Yeah. Mr. Affair. Good to see you again.
Thank you. So there we go. Brilliant. Let's go into Geezedropping.
Yeah,
where, of course, we hear snippets of a conversation heard in by you, us. We out context. What did you hear?
Geezedropping, having a listen.
I don't actually have that many Geezedrops.
Oh, mate, I've Top Shaggers come to the rescue once again and sent me like quite a few.
I have
I have one of my own listening as well.
Okay, so I have 3 of my own listening, and I have 1 from Sam.
Okay, cool. How do you want to do this?
Just knock out fucking Top Shaggers.
Top Shaggers. All right, cool. Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you, Luke. As always, thank you. I got this he sent to me. It just says, what's he going to do? Run after us? The only thing that runs in his family is diabetes.
Hey! Back of the net.
That's a good one. I like that.
That is a good one. I like that a lot. Go on, son.
He said this was someone shouting, some random shouting outside my flat near the bus stop. And it just says, I can't wait to have a big black dick up my arse.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, right up my arsehole. Sorry, if we're gonna, if I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna say it correctly.
Now I retract the ooh. Actually,
I can't wait to have a big black dick right up my arsehole.
Oh, man, not gonna I can't wait for that person.
Yeah. Well, I've got my check into. No, that's not.
Hey.
And he sent me this one, I believe, yesterday.
Fantastic!
Because I think he's off doing a gig.
Yes, I did. I saw his latest where he was shitting update.
Yeah, it looked like a lovely. Look.
He was quite impressed with the
like a lovely toilet, lovely
Very
facilities.
Nice. Good job.
Lovely facilities. It just says I had Gary Glitter's first 7-inch.
Gary had what? Gary Glitter's
I had Gary Glitter's first 7-inch.
Oh, 7-inch.
And he's followed it up here
good.
with, and yes, I sullied it by shouting, I bet he gave you 7 inches. I shouldn't be allowed outside of Kingston anymore, brother. Luke, as always, thank you so much for your listening.
Thank you so much. Really good.
What have you heard?
So these are I'll do Sam's.
Yep.
Tram drop. He had this on the tram. Classic. I'm telling you now, alcohol makes me a different person.
Yeah, that's it.
You and me both.
Yeah.
Right. So I heard 3. I'll do my 3. First one. I've always had a feel for balls.
Have you
I've always had a feel for balls. I was talking about how they play tennis and are pretty good at most sports they try. And it was I've just always had a feel for balls.
Yeah. Try sucking some nuts.
Yeah, maybe rephrase that one. I like this one. I like this one. I like this one. This should be on a t-shirt. I'm a potato and meat man. Yeah, you are.
What kind of meat?
I'm a potato and meat man.
There's so much variety of meat and potatoes.
I reckon it's a steak. I reckon we're going steak, beef, all that. Ooh, potato and meat, man.
Mash. If I had to choose a potato, I think it would be mash.
Oh, I do like mash.
Don't get me wrong, love a roast potato, but just a bit mash and gravy.
Yeah,
bit of mash and gravy.
About it, man.
Gotta love it. Bit of cheddar and mustard in it.
Ooh, the last one I heard. People have been mugging me off all evening. That was like a guy who literally looked about 12 years old who was in front of me at the bar in the Wetherspoons.
Nice.
Sorry, mate.
Was he getting mugged off at the time? Were they just
watching him get mugged?
Maybe if you weren't such a mug, you'd get served, mate. Know what I mean?
There you go. Sit on this coaster.
I heard this 2 schoolboys. It was, one said, "What are you listening to?" His mate said, "Taylor Swift," and his response was, "Bro, you're a twink."
You just realised?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
I wear that shirt. I wear that on my sleeve.
Yeah,
everyone knows I'm a twink.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Thank you, everyone, once again. Well, thanks, Luke and Sam.
Thanks.
This time. But in general, thank you to everyone who sends us Geezedrops. Please
Thanks
continue.
for playing.
Please continue to listen to others.
Yes. I haven't really got anything prepared for this, but I guess we should mention there was obviously an election.
Let's skip
Labour won.
Yeah, that's it.
Things are going to happen. Things are going to change. Who knows?
D-Ream played.
D-Ream paid. They paid. There was lots of pubs doing leaving drinks and stuff like that for tourism, what have you. So yeah, it was.
I'd rather.
People didn't seem. It didn't seem as like. I don't know. Like I didn't see it being as people were posting about it on Facebook.
Yeah,
but it just didn't. People didn't really seem to
give a shit.
Well, they did, but like just not as much as before. I guess it was more just just get it done. Just don't care who you vote for. Just make sure we get them out.
I saw a lot of like stuff on like Instagram, just being like, don't forget to vote. Like, but people picture them holding a fucking Starbucks coffee and just be like, don't forget to vote. It's like, what is that got to
vote
do?
Written on it.
What's that fucking got to do with your fucking coffee?
I voted for Starbucks.
Yeah,
I vote for Starbucks every time.
I didn't vote, which is I'm sure not surprising, but mainly because I didn't want to.
Yeah, so take that.
That's all I can say. I saw a map today of London. Because apparently the rest of the fucking country doesn't matter.
Yes, it's true.
But like they broke up all the boroughs in London, and Labour got a good 90% of it.
Yeah.
But Richmond, Kingston all got Lib Dem votes.
Oh, there you go. I saw that. Yeah, see that.
Richmond, Kingston, and one of the other boroughs was all just Liberal.
It's always kind of Lib Dem around this sort of area.
Yeah, innit?
Everyone likes Edward Davey as well. Like,
yeah.
So
and John Tolley.
John
Is he still a?
We're gonna say still alive. Yeah,
No,
he's alive.
yeah,
I
he's
saw him at the
alive.
Bon Jovi. I saw him at the Bon Jovi
course you did,
conversation gig. When that woman passed out, he was like first on the scene, mate. He was in the crowd, fucking making gaps and all sorts.
Well, he can't.
Man in control.
He can't have his reputation as an organizer of events be sullied by someone passing out to Bon Jovi.
Yeah, no, he was well on it.
Yeah, good for
He's
him.
probably to deal with that a lot, to be honest with you. These gigs like that.
Yeah.
He's probably no stranger to it. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So there you go. Geezedropping and
I like
whatever we talked about.
I like you were just like there was a general election and then we just passed.
Yeah,
like, cool. All right.
But everyone knows.
Everyone else.
I've got no
Anything
bits.
else?
I'm no bread for it. But what I do have.
What else?
There's
There's a teenager missing in Tenerife. I don't know
Oh
if you
yeah, I
know
watched a video about that the other day.
Yeah, me too. It's so fucking dumb. The people on TikTok are
the Jay Slater being missing.
Yeah.
So before we get to that, 1 second. I watched a video the other day about a guy. Oh my god, so fucked up. In the 70s, he was a minister.
Yeah.
And he was a expert hiker. Like he did it for decades. He'd been doing it,
Right.
and he would do like days long. And he had a family and stuff, and he would plan it all, and he would let everyone know his routes. And in 9 days, you need to meet me here at midday. Wait around. If I'm not there, it might be the next day or the next day because they haven't got phones in the 70s.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah.
You know, that's how it's done.
No
He's like,
GPS
but I will
tracking.
be there. But I will be there. And he always was. Eventually, he might not always be there the day. It might be a day or two afterwards, but he would always be there eventually within that time frame at midday.
Yeah.
So they were kind of used to him doing it. And he went away this time. He had his dog with him, and he went to this amazing place. I think it was in Colorado. It looked incredible. And this was proper off the path, and he had gone up into like the mountains where it was snowy. He was meant to be up there for like basically the rest of the journey, which was like another few days. But he realised his dog's paws were like getting like burnt from the snow.
Yeah,
and he wasn't gonna, and he was really starting to struggle.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna make it, so he had to change his route.
I thought you were going to say he killed his dog.
It might have been easier. He had to change his route. So no one knew that he'd checked it back out of the mountains. But the path, the route he'd had to take alternatively, he knew would still getting where he needed to go. He'd be going round the mountain rather than through it. But it might take him a day or two more.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be able to tell anyone that. But they know he's prepared them for that. You know, he's used to all this.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
No telegram
Goes that
service.
way. You know, dog at one point runs off. And he chases after the dog. And the dog's run to a beach. And there's like lake there, and he's drinking from the lake, but there's been a landslide, all these boulders there, so the guy climbs over the boulders and he slips on one of them and he falls between them and one rolls on top of him, but it's got like an alcove in it, so like it doesn't crush him.
Very, very briefly, I thought you were explaining the plot of 127 Hours to
No. I'm trying to whiz through it, and but it doesn't got like an alcove in it. It doesn't like it crushes him, but it does trap his legs.
Yeah.
And he can't move, and he's basically there for 29 days. And he's surviving by getting his water bottle. He's tied to a rope, or whatever, and he's throwing it in the lake and pulling the water out.
You know what?
When it was colder, he was grabbing
genius.
handfuls of snow and putting it in a bottle, so just waiting for it to melt. Bottle got stuck at one point in the rock, so he couldn't use his bottle anymore. He had a journal with him, and he wrote in it every day, all the time. That's how we know everything that happened.
Yeah.
Like he wrote this journal, and as it goes on and he gets more hungry and less water, it just becomes madness, this journal. It's so fucked up. They find there's a big search party. Obviously the family arrive, he's not there. They don't call authorities straight away, so used to this being a thing. They just come back every other day, come back next day at midday, wait for him. Come back next day at midday. Right, now we should probably let the police know he's not coming back, he's not here. And they searched for him, couldn't find him. So eventually, 29 days later, another hiker comes off the path and finds him just sat on a rock, just gone. And he's like, oh, I need to get help. But it's like 3 days to get help. And it's just so fucked up.
Shit.
And I watched this video and I was like, this is so like fucked up. That's such a horrible way to go, just on your own, trapped between rocks, just writing in this journal. And at the end, he writes like a letter saying goodbye to his wife and his children. And it's so fucking heartbreaking. And then after that, it got suggested Jay Slater, and I was like, "Oh, this is the guy. This is the kid that's missing.
Yeah,
this is the kid that's missing." And I was like, you know what? I know he's missing, and I know he's got a pass, but I know he's just a kid, so it's still fucked up. It's still a missing kid. And I was like, let's see what's going on here.
Well, and he's not. I mean, he's not 13. He's a.
I didn't say 13. I said he's a kid.
Yeah. He's a young adult. Let's put it that way.
But it's so like, I watched that, and it was so like, I don't know, vague and weird, but not the video was vague and weird. There's so especially when they're like, we want to find the two guys who brought him back to the Airbnb. Isn't that probably one of the easiest things to figure out?
Yeah.
Were they staying at the Airbnb? He even met the Airbnb owner to ask him what time the bus was coming, Jay, before he decided to walk the trip back. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. It just seemed there was no explanation for why they can't.
There's still like new shit coming out. Apparently now people are saying that he stole some fucking 12 grand Rolex watch or something.
Right. Okay.
It's. I mean, the internet has ruined it. In all honesty, because everyone's turned into fucking Sherlock. And they're trying to like fucking solve the case. It's just like, it's not for you to solve it, or honesty. Like you have no criminology background or in fact any ties to the police. What the fuck are you doing?
Because people think that he's been seen in smaller towns watching the Euros in bars there, but the video but the video was like, we honestly, but like, at this point the police and else just think that was probably just another English guy.
Mate, yeah, I was gonna say he looks like every English 18-year-old. Like he's got the same fucking haircut as them all. Like he's just he looks exactly like everyone else. Like
but then it's crazy because either it is he's generally lost somewhere and they're going to find him, you know, whatever's happened to him, or someone has taken him.
Yeah,
like, and it could be to do with it could be to do with his past, not his past, but things he's done while being there. It could be to do with the guys who went back to the Airbnb who came out and went after him when he left in the morning, or it could have been completely unrelated to any of that and just horrible situation of him being alone walking through the fucking mountains or whatever time it was on his own. And someone's like, or he, like I say, just dehydrated. Fucking could be anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, but like,
fucking knows. Who knows?
I honestly, unfortunately, whatever comes out, unless it comes out, he's been fine the whole time and just doing whatever he's been doing. Yeah. It's not going to be a big eureka moment. It's just going to be, this is what happened.
I did see there was a guy on TikTok who was flown out there just for the purpose of.
Yeah, I saw that.
Content.
Saw that. Yeah, then that caused the whole thing, didn't it?
Dick.
That caused the whole fucking thing.
It's just like that's all turning up like.
And they got the same stick when Good Morning did it too, didn't they? They sent someone out there and they got.
It's just like, are you here for like to get footage, or are you here to try and find someone? Like just
because we don't need exposure back here in England. We're not there looking like.
Fucking crazy. But yes, the hunt is continued.
It's been a couple of weeks now.
Couple of weeks. I'm pretty sure we touched on it briefly in the last episode.
Maybe I've seen you guys talking about it in the WhatsApp group and stuff.
Yeah. The timeline.
Honestly, I hadn't really looked into it until I watched this video the other night on it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a timeline of events, and we'll do that for an entire episode.
That'd be fun.
We'll try and solve the case and be just like the cunts on TikTok.
Well, from that story to the darkest story of the week. Darkest story of the week. Here we go. Darkest story of the week, and it is it's pretty. Yeah, it's not fucked up as in
it's
like
pretty dark. Let me tell you,
it's just dark as in a way to fucking go.
Yeah.
Ivan Lester McCure.
Okay.
There you go. There's
good name. Good start in Leicester. I like the Leicester in that.
Yeah, me too. Despite being a trained skydiver, jumped to his death after leaving the plane without a parachute.
Well, I mean, I can tell you where he went wrong.
Yes, me too.
He's forgotten one vital thing there.
So, when you're jumping, the key gear you need is a parachute.
Yes.
But there was this one time in the 1980s when a guy forgot and his life ended tragically. In April 1998, Ivan Lester McCure was filming a parachute lesson at 10,500 feet in the air with a student and an instructor from Franklin County. Franklin County Sport Parachute Center in North Carolina. There's haunting video footage that's gone viral on social media showing McCure's final moments before he died. In the video, McCure can be seen jumping out of a plane ahead of the student, aiming to capture the student's jump on film. He's seemingly unaware that he'd forgotten to put his parachute on.
Fucking hell.
Then a moment of crushing realization dawns on him as he comprehends that he is plunging towards Earth without any means to halt his descent.
Jesus Christ.
Adding to the tragedy, McCall's final words were caught on tape, heard clearly muttering, "Oh my God, no." The incident was quite shocking because McCall was known as experienced.
Bless you. Oof.
Oh.
Get it out, you son.
Bloody hell. Experienced skydiver in water. My God.
Really took it out of you, that one, didn't it?
It did. I felt like my eyes popped out. He had over 800 jumps under his belt. Officials thought, my God.
Do you want to take a minute?
No, I'm all right.
You sound like you're trying not to choke.
I'm getting emotional.
What was your connection to Ivan?
I like parachutes. They shouldn't be left behind. Official thoughts was that he was just tired and not fully focused. We haven't forgotten all the facts yet. How have you not got the facts yet? It was in 1988. Oh, we got on the plane without a parachute.
I really wanted his last words to be like, I feel like I've forgotten something.
They ruled out suicide. They generally think he just forgot.
So negligence then, I guess.
That's insane.
That is fucking
Fuck, man.
mad.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, that's a bad one. That
Just
is
really
bad.
think like so like, oh, I'm so good at this. I was like excited. We're filming it for the student. Oh, I'll go first. Oh, I've not got my parachute on.
Yeah.
I have literally forgotten to put on
Or
my
he's
parachute.
just like, did I leave the gas on at home?
And then you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You literally have to just fall. Just knowing that's it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You
I haven't
basically
got a
just
parachute.
plummet to your death.
I can't do it. This is
Yeah.
one split-second mistake that's fucked me.
Yeah.
Bad.
That is a horrible way to go.
Yeah, it's more the realisation and just what happens in between.
30,000 feet to your
It's just
death.
just that time between the realisation and the ground.
Yeah.
Like that time span, just like, oh my God, imagine how fucking all the emotions
like,
you're going through.
How long is like how long does it take to skydive like 30,000 feet? Is it like literally minutes?
Well, that wasn't
like...
even, that was like 10,500 feet, they were saying, right?
Oh, okay. Oh no, sorry, 30,000 feet is what a plane flies at. That can't be right. Yeah.
Well, you do jump out of the plane.
Yeah, but like a chartered plane, like a Boeing sort of like.
I'm asking the internet. I don't know if it will have the answer. I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will take about 60 seconds to fall
Fuck.
10,500 feet.
Jesus Christ, that is like no time to think like whatsoever in that situation. You're just like, what do I do? What do I do?
Oh no! Wait, hang on a minute. They generally pull their parachutes at 3,500 feet, giving. So okay, yeah. So actually, yeah. Before when they do big jumps, they usually pull their parachutes at 3,500 feet, but that gives them 10,500 feet of free fall, which is about 60 seconds.
Right.
And when they pull their parachute, it's about 5 minutes
Just
to land.
gliding down. Yeah.
Yeah, so he probably did jumped at 10,500 feet. Yeah, probably just over a minute then.
It was. Yeah, I mean, it
over a
reminds
minute.
me. It reminds me of the scene in Point Break where he jumps out of the fucking plane.
Yeah. Oh,
But that was
of course.
1991, so you can't say that
there you
it's.
go, yeah.
It was an
So yeah,
homage.
that's a fucking terrifying
That
way
is
to go. Because there's
yeah,
also
that
that
is horrible.
documentary, I've not watched it on, I think it's on Netflix, but the guy tried to kill his wife. She was like she was like something, wasn't she? And
Jill
he got
Dando?
her no, he got her to, he basically sabotaged her parachute.
Oh
and she
yeah.
skydived.
And
And she
had seen that.
survived. She survived, and just,
Mad.
he got caught, and the whole documentary is
Mad.
like, I haven't watched it, but I've seen it's on there.
Yeah.
Like, fucking insane. That's mad. Oh my God, terrifying. That jumping out, doing a skydive, obviously is a scary thought, but it's not something I'd completely ruled out doing. But the idea of like someone sabotaging my parachute for no reason, or just making a mistake, or
I don't.
someone else's negligence is what terrifies me
Yeah.
about doing it.
I mean, genuinely, the idea terrifies me. But maybe if I was like, you can do them like where you're attached to someone.
Yeah.
But then even still, I'd just be like, what if like this strap just breaks and I'm just...
Yeah, but you're always going to have that, yeah.
Yeah, like any. I mean, it's an extreme activity. You know what I mean?
Pretty
it's
extreme.
Yeah, pretty damn extreme.
This is a very extreme activity.
We did watch. What did we fucking watch recently? Oh god, I can't even remember what it was fucking called. Oh no, that was it. It was How to Rob a Bank.
Oh yeah, I heard of that show. Yeah,
really good, really fucking good. The guy who did it was just like, so the guy it centers around who they called Mr. Hollywood, because like this dude just lived in a treehouse, like but it's like the sickest fucking treehouse. It looks so fucking cool. But yeah, it was. It's a good season. It's a good series. It's only a few episodes, I think.
Yeah,
three or four. But
on the old list.
Yeah, the whole sort of like the people they interview and his whole like history and life before even doing bank robs was just a bit fucking wild. Dude was making like crystal meth.
Nice.
Like, so it's just like, but he was just very much like lived to the extreme, like enjoyed doing extreme things. It's good. It's a good season. It's a good series. I recommend watching that. Good season, sir. Good season.
Good season. Good series. Good season.
Good seasonings. Good seasonings.
I will check it out, of course. Yeah. I don't really have much more here to go this episode, and as I say, I'm struggling to manoeuvre myself here, and I need to edit. And I need to edit this podcast so it comes out in a couple of days.
And I need to do some drawing. I need to draw
me
and Greg at a prom.
Wrap up the episode this week. Yeah, we did fall a bit behind this week. It's been a bit of a manic week. Hence I'm so tired. But don't worry, we'll be back. Joe's going to have a check-up soon. There'll be more football and who knows what going on. And
by the time the next episode comes out, it will all be over.
Yeah, I might have had some stuff happen between then. Nothing planned, but it might have happened. Who knows?
You never know.
You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's around the corner.
You never know.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a couple of weeks to talk more shite. Don't you worry about that.
Don't you worry. There'll always be shite.
There will always be some shite happening. No, never you fear. I have been Greg. I'm a potato and meat man, aren't I?
I guess I'm Joe. You're a twink, bro, Jackson.
Oh, nice.
You've been listening to The All Seen Guys with Greg and Joe, where Greg probably had some kind of list, and Joe most likely went for a piss 5 minutes before the end. If you hear this, it means that Greg hasn't sorted an outro yet. So maybe just imagine some music here, because honestly, that's all I actually wanted. Okay, bye.